Hey guys and gals, welcome back to Bowser 1, and today's Bowser 1 Extra video is going to be part 4 of my video game collection. I pretty much covered most of my video games, like, done GameCube, done Wii, done Wii U, done PlayStation 3, done NES, done Super NES, done DS, and 3DS. So now, it's time to tackle on, tack on? It's just one of those two sayings. It's time to do Nintendo Switch games, and in the summer, I picked up an N64. So, wait, hold on. Why is the camera blurry? Let me try to fix that. Okay, give me a second. There we go. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. But anyway, in the summer, I got an N64, so I'll be adding N64 games to the collection as well. But before I dive into Switch and N64, I got a few new games for previous systems covered, so I'm going to go over those. Here are the new games for the systems I've already covered on this video game collection series. Some Wii games, GameCube game, and a PlayStation game. So the first game we're going to cover is Saw for the PlayStation 3. Now, I think it was back in May, I started watching the Saw movies with my dad. And for a graduation gift, high school graduation gift, he actually picked up this game for me. And I think it's a cool game, I guess. It's kind of like a survival horror game. My favorite parts of it are like, I think there's like 8 sections in the game. But at the end of each section, there's like a major trap that you gotta help someone out of. So those are probably my favorite parts of the game. And they got Tobin Bell to reprise his role as John Kramer, so that's really cool. It's also a shame they didn't get Hello Zep for this game. If you don't know what Hello Zep is, it's basically like the Saw theme song that plays at the end of every Saw movie. They didn't get that, but I think I heard they have it in the second one. So yeah, this is a really fun game, and if you're a Saw fan, you'll definitely appreciate it. Next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, this is based on the 2003 series, and if you watched some of my videos before, you might know that I'm a huge 2003 Ninja Turtles fan. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I grew up watching it. I love it. And so I've been wanting to get one of the 2003 games for a while, but they're actually surprisingly expensive. Like, I think I spent $40 on this. But as a fan of the TV show, I love this. I think it's really cool, like, playing through the episodes I watched. And they got all the voice actors to reprise their roles, so that's really cool. And just as a 2003 Turtles fan, I love this. The next game I have is for the Wii. It's called Cosmic Family. I used to play this game a lot when I was a kid. No, this game is for very little children, like probably around grade 1 to 3. But I saw this at a used game store for $5. Like, I used to play that game as a kid. I'm picking it up. I don't give a shit if it's for young children. I'm gonna play it. So yeah, I haven't played much of it, but when I did buy it, I popped it in, and the nostalgia just fucking hit me. So yeah. Now the next game I picked up is Brawl. I have talked about Brawl a lot on the channel. It's my favorite Smash Brothers, and I had it growing up. It was the first Smash Bros. I played as a kid. And I don't know what happened to my original copy. I have no idea, but I think it was around Easter. I was hanging out with my cousin, and we were at this used game store. And I was thinking the whole day, I was like, we're going to that used game store. I'm thinking I'm going to pick up Brawl, because me and my cousin, both of our favorite Smash Bros. Games are Brawl. We grew up with Brawl. Subspace Emissary is fucking legendary. Nothing can hold a candle up to that. And so I picked it up, and I was able to relive all those fantastic memories. And now I can play Brawl anytime I want. But seriously, Subspace Emissary, it's fucking beautiful. Like a Smash Bros. Movie. The next game I have is Wii Party. Now, I have all the other Wii games, like Wii Sports Resort, Wii Music, Wii Fit. I don't have Wii Fit Plus, but I'm not going to count that because I have Wii Fit. So the next game I needed to get was Wii Party, and I'm a big party game guy. I actually really hate parties, but I like party games. So yeah, I wanted to pick this up for a while, but this game is surprisingly fucking expensive. Like, most of the time when I see it at used game stores, it goes for like fucking $90. I'm like, for a Wii game? Like, that's like a fucking new Nintendo game. But lucky enough, I was able to find it for $40 at a used game stores. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, in the cart! But I did play it with my cousin when I got it, and it is really fun. Like, holy shit, it's fun. There are a lot of different modes you can do. Like, there's obviously traditional party board mode, like Mario Party. There's like kind of like a, I don't know, like a fucking Wheel of Fortune type mode, I guess the best way to describe it. That mode's really fun. There's like a, I kind of think of it's like a Fortune Street. There's like a Fortune Street mode where you travel across the world and get items from different countries and stuff. And then there's this cool two-player mode that I was actually never able to do with my cousin. Got so close one time. Which is basically you got to do a bunch of two-player mini games, and then you have to stack me characters on this boat and not have it tip. So yeah, there's a lot of content in this game. So it's definitely worth your money. I'm having a blast playing it. So yeah, those are the new additions to previous consoles covered in this series. And before I dive into Switch and N64 games, I have a little bit of a surprise. Now, I'm sure everybody watching this video knows that I'm a diehard Nintendo fan, and when it comes to video games, Nintendo is about all I really like. I do have a PlayStation 3, but that's because there are some really cool games for the system. Like, I think Portal was a big reason I got the PlayStation 3, even though it's on Switch now, but I don't know. But recently I learned you can actually play PlayStation 1 games on the PlayStation 3. And I think that's weird because most models of the PS2, the PS3, you can't play PS2 games, which is weird. I mean, like the original models you could, but most of the newer models you can't. But surprisingly, you can play PS1 games. So I actually picked up some PlayStation 1 games. First one I have is Final Fantasy VII. I already played it on the Nintendo Switch using the eShop. And the game's absolutely phenomenal. I love it. I love the characters. I love the story. It's one of my favorite RPGs. It's amazing. So I figured, hey, if I can, play PlayStation 1 games on PlayStation 3, I should pick this one up. Even just to have like a hard copy of a game that I love, I think it's pretty cool. Now, the next game I picked up is South Park. I'm a big South Park fan, and it's not a South Park game used. I got it pretty cheap in that, probably because there's like no case and it's actually pretty scratched up, but it still works. So the it's pretty strange. It's basically, I don't know, kind of like a shooter game. You're mostly throwing snowballs and weird shit, killing turkeys. It's weird in the South Park way you'd expect. But I think most of the charm from the game comes if you want to like play multiplayer with your friends and fuck around. So yeah, so that's about my PlayStation 1 collection. I'm probably not going to pick up too many more games for the system because like I said, I'm not a PlayStation guy. But I did order a copy of Tomb Raider because I was always curious about that game, so I figured I might as well start with the original, so I do have a copy of that on the way. So yeah, that's my PS1 collection. So now that I covered games that I added to previous collections and PS1 games, let's go on to the N64. So this is my N64 collection. Not that big so far, only has 5 games for it. But before I actually go into the games, I want to show off the stand here that I got. My best friend actually got this for me, and I want to take a quick moment to just say that she's the best, and I'm very thankful that she gave this to me, and I'm very thankful I know her, and I want the whole internet to know that she's the best, and I'm thankful for that. So, whole internet knows that now. So, now let's dive into these games. First one I have is Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Now, if you may know, Majora's Mask is one of my favorite games of all time, and so I was getting an N64. I really wanted a copy of it, and I was lucky to get a copy with it when I bought the system. So yeah, it's just typical Majora's Mask, but I can actually play it on the original N64 now, and I think that's really cool. And the cartridge itself is really cool, how it's gold, and this one's almost like, the image is almost like 3D-like. My only complaint is it does have some writing on the back, but it is on the back, so it's not that noticeable. So thankful for that. Next up is a copy of Smash Bros. And this is the original Smash Bros. It's interesting. You can't really just play against computer players. If you're playing alone, you have to do like classic mode, which is kind of weird. But you can tell it's Smash Bros. And it obviously, if you're familiar with N64 games, you can tell right off the bat this is fake. Now, when I ordered this online, I thought it was going to be original, but then again, they didn't specify that it was authentic copy or a fake copy. They just said it was Smash Bros. For the N64. But the obvious way to tell that this is a fake is the image it looks brand new. And another way to tell is you look at the back, look at the Nintendo logo, and just getting it to focus. 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 Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna give me a second. Oh, come on, I just had it focused. God damn it. Give me another second. I think that might be the best that I'm able to do. But look at the Nintendo logo. Oh, God damn it. I do want it to... Come on. Come on, look at... Fuck, okay. Okay, see the eye? See how the dot above the eye is the square? That's how you know it's a real cartridge. An authentic Nintendo copy. Look at the fake. Of course, the fake fucking zooms in perfectly. Look at the eye on the fake. See how it's not a square on the dot and it's a circle? That's how you tell it's a fake. God, I can't believe it was that long to take it to zoom in. Now, the next game I have is Dr. Mario. Not really much to say for this. It's just Dr. Mario. I love Dr. Mario. It's a fun puzzle game. Got it for the N64. Actually played it on the channel, too. Now, these next two games my dad got. My dad played the N64 growing up, so when he found out that I actually picked one up, he went out and he bought two games so that we could play together. So this one is pretty well known. I think most N64 owners have this. It's GoldenEye 007. It's like a Call of Duty shooter game, and yeah, it's pretty fun to play with somebody else. You know, just run around and shoot each other. The next one is this wrestling game. I'm not a wrestling fan. I don't really care for it at all, but my dad used to play this one a lot growing up, and yeah, it's kind of fun just to beat the shit out of each other in this game, even though I don't know how to play this game at all. I kind of just button mash, but yeah. So yeah, those are my 5 N64 games. I do want to expand the collection by getting all 3 Mario Parties, Mario Kart. Original Paper Mario would be really sweet, but that one's really expensive. So yeah, that's my N64 collection. Now to get on to the really big and main collection of the video, Nintendo Switch. But before I get on to this big stack with the rest of the games here, I want to specifically talk about one of my Nintendo Switch games I have on display. And that one Nintendo Switch game I have on display is Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Doki Doki Literature Club is probably my 3rd favorite video game of all time. It's helped me a lot on a personal level. And I was so excited when I found out it was coming to Switch, and I was even more excited when I found out they were going to do a physical copy and not just have it be on the eShop. So I have it on display here with some of the bonus stuff you get with it, the figures there. And yeah, just very happy have a physical copy about it. The game is absolutely amazing. I love the characters, I love the story, I love the twist, the music's great, love everything about it. So right here is my big stack of not N64, fuck, we just covered those, sorry. Big stack of Nintendo Switch games. So let's get right to it. First of all is Nintendo Switch Sports. Probably one of the most disappointing games of my life. I was so happy when it was announced. And then I saw that the developers could not give less of a shit about the original game. And it's so sad. It's so sad, because the original Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort is so iconic and so fun. And this game is fun, like the actual sports are really cool, but the fact that the Miis aren't in the spotlight shows that, yeah, the developers, they don't really know what made the original Wii Sports set special, and that's very sad. And I'm also pissed off that they fucking delayed golf. There's 6 sports, and like 2 of them are like exactly the same. You got badminton and tennis. And it takes them so fucking long to pump out golf. God, I would have just preferred a fucking Wii Sports Resort port. Now, the next game I have is Splatoon 2. I'm not going to talk too much about Splatoon 2, because I literally just released like a 40-minute game review about it, not last week, but the week before. But in short form, I love Splatoon 2, not Splatfest, Turf War, and Salmon Run are really fun and addicting modes. The story mode, I love the story mode, and the Octo expansion is the best part of the game. It's absolutely phenomenal and fantastic. Next up is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's just Mario Kart 8, new coat of paint. But I really like having this on the Switch, so I can play it on the go if I want to. I normally don't play it on the go, but it's cool to have that option. And it is really cool to know that Nintendo's actually adding courses. I mean, they may visually look not the best, but the selection's pretty good. They finally added Coconut all shit, sorry. They finally added Coconut and Mall, even though it should have been in the fucking base game. But yeah, it's really cool to see them actually adding tracks and actually not just like having them be old tracks. They're actually making new tracks, like that one ice cream track. So it's really cool that we're actually finally getting new content for the game. And that's the reason I picked it up. When they announced the booster course, I'm like, fine, I'll fucking pick up a port. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. My boy Kirby, his first jump into 3D, and it's absolutely phenomenal. The game is so fun. I love exploring all the worlds. I love like helping save the Waddle Dees. The music is phenomenal, like you'd expect, especially King Dedede's theme. Oh my god, that is fucking phenomenal. It's legendary. Which is good they gave Dedede an absolutely amazing theme, because I'm not that much of a fan of his redesign. But it's a Kirby game. You give it a few more games and they'll redesign Dedede again. But yeah, the levels are really fun and really great to explore. There's not that many powers, but the ones they did pick are really fun. Especially Gun. I love Gun. The mouthful mode is really cool and adds a lot of different puzzle elements, like the bulb, the kind of the circus level where you go in with the bulb. That one's really cool. I like the sections when you're in the car and you have to do like really like fast races to get save the Waddle Dees in that. And the bosses are really fun as well. So this game, if you're a Kirby fan, you're gonna love this. My boy Kirby, his jump into 3D, it was worth the wait. Metroid Dread. Before Metroid Dread, the only other Metroid game I played is Super Metroid, and I love Super Metroid, but I love Metroid Dread more. As a newcomer to the series, I adore this game. I love Castlevania and Metroid games in general, like the feel of it, you know, like exploring this big layout, solving puzzles, that kind of stuff. And it just like it feels so good when you advance. I thought it would be like Super Metroid for me, because in Super Metroid, I'd advance and then I'd be stuck for 30 minutes. But I didn't get stuck that much in this game. And when I did get stuck, it was mostly because of my own stupidity. But the bosses, oh my god, it feels so fucking good when you take one of those assholes out. So I don't know. You feel like a champion playing fucking Metroid Dread, and I love it. And I wish Nintendo did more with the Metroid series. I know we're getting Metroid Prime 4 at some point. But in the meantime, I wouldn't mind if Nintendo slid some past ports or remakes our way on the Switch, because as a Metroid newcomer, I'd love as much content as I can get. Now the next game I have is Subnautica plus Subnautica Below Zero. I guess it's technically two games. But I got this game after watching like a bunch of trailers and videos for the game, because I watched the videos and the trailers like, oh, this game looks really cool and really fun. But playing it, the game made me feel like an idiot because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I would have appreciated a tutorial, and it's a shame I can't really get into the game because I just get so confused and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So yeah, maybe I'll sometime in the future I'll replay it again and put a lot more effort into you know, getting used to the game and figuring out what the fuck to do. And the next game is Miitopia. I have Miitopia for the 3DS, and I picked it up for the Switch simply because I wanted to replay it. Miitopia is really fun. I already mentioned, you know, I love Mii characters. Like, you can make anybody as a Mii character, and I just love that feeling. Like, you know, you're on an adventure, and you could have yourself teaming up with a member of your family, teaming up with fucking Super Mario, teaming up with fucking Chris Hansen. It's a fucking dream team. But I am going to announce and reveal something really cool. The next Let's Play on the channel, starting the first Friday in November, is going to actually be Miitopia for the Switch. And I mentioned this in my new Super Mario Bros. Wii Let's Play, that I was thinking of doing picking up Miitopia on the Switch so that I could play it, but have the characters in Miitopia specifically be the Stuffy characters from my Stuffy series, and that's what I'm going to do for my Let's Play. So most of the main characters are going to be Stuffy characters from my Stuffy series. So all the main characters are going to be Stuffy characters. But like the side characters, like the fucking king and the queen, and just like residents of like villages. Considering there's not that, well, there's a good amount of stuffy characters in my stuffy series, but there's not that fucking many, because there's actually a lot of characters that you can throw in this game. So we're gonna throw in some meme characters and some celebrities, and but most of it's going to be my stuffy cast. So look forward to that. My boy Bowser Jr. is going on a quest with Mario, Luigi, Peach, Rosalina, Dr. Bones. My boy Dr. Bones got a PhD. Blue, Bowser, and Homer, and bunch of other characters as well, including the side characters and some fucking meme characters and celebrities. It's gonna be great. Look forward to that, because I'm very fucking excited to start filming that Let's Play. The next game I have is Mario Party Superstars. God, this game is so disappointing to me. I honestly, I don't know why. It's just, I had so high expectations when it came to this game, and when I played it, it's just like, my God, this is the most generic and boring Mario Party I've ever played. The mini games are the highlight, but the rest of it just blends in and feels very generic. I mean, it's Mario Party. That's just the best way to describe it. This is my personal opinion, but I'm not too big on Superstars. It's Superstars. Next up is Five Nights at Freddy's: The Core Collection. I think this one is really cool. I think it's really cool they put Five Nights at Freddy's on the Switch to begin with. You think it'd be really hard to transition a game that you traditionally has played on a computer with a mouse, or like a phone or a tablet with a touchscreen, onto a console, but they actually did it really well. And the Core Collection has Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, 3, 4, and Sister Location. And like I said, it's put on the Switch perfectly, and it feels like Five Nights at Freddy's. And it's still difficult and still fun. I still think it's really cool we got this on the Switch. Next up is Minecraft for Nintendo Switch. I already have Minecraft on the PlayStation 3, but my cousin said that I should get it on the Switch so that we can, play it like online, and because there's a lot of new stuff added to the new versions of Minecraft, so I should get it because of that. And I did. I find the new stuff to be very confusing, but maybe that's because I'm used to old Minecraft, and they keep adding shit. It's like, how the fuck do I keep up with all this shit? But honestly, I think my favorite part about Minecraft on Nintendo Switch is the Mario pack. You get a bunch of Mario skins, and you get this awesome pre-made Mario world to explore. Oh my God, that world was so cool to explore, to see all the Easter eggs and the texture pack and everything. So yeah, if you're a Nintendo fan or a Mario fan, honestly, just pick this up for the fucking pack. But it is Minecraft, so it's fun to play with friends, and the Mario pack is absolutely awesome. Next up is my favorite Mario sports game ever, which is Mario Golf Super Rush. This game is so fun. It's my favorite way to play golf in a video game. I loved how they added that running mode, like where you run your ball and you shove opponents around. And the battle golf is really cool, but my favorite part is the story mode. I love that, how your Mii is like basically like in a golf tournament in the Mushroom Kingdom, trying to become the best golfer. All of a sudden, your Mii saves the fucking kingdom. So yeah, it's just really fun, and I definitely recommend pick this up. This is my favorite Mario sports game. It's absolutely great. Next up is LEGO DC Supervillains. I mentioned in one of my previous game collection videos that when it comes to DC movies, I'm not that big on them. I think really the only DC movies I like are the Christian Bale Batman movies. Those movies are really good, though. More of a Marvel fan, but when it comes to DC video games, I think they do it better than Marvel. Like, I did play Batman Arkham Asylum, and that game is really fucking good. That game is really fun. And this game is really cool, too, because you get to basically make your own villain to team up with the other DC villains, And it is a Lego game. Lego games are just really fun to play with, so this game is really fun. Next up is Super Mario 3D All Stars. This game is really cool because you got 3 classic 3D Mario games in one. Take on the go if you'd like. If not, you can be like me and play it on TV. But yeah, this game is really cool. I have played Mario 64 on it twice. Once on the channel, once on my own time. I did play it on Galaxy. I think they did need to add some stuff, like Mario 64 needs full screen. I would appreciate a non-motion control mode for Galaxy. I'm going to be honest, if I'm playing Galaxy again, it's going to be on the Wii. Because of Joy-Con drift, playing Galaxy on the Switch was just so frustrating and bullshit. Like, so if they added a fucking non-Joy-Con, non-motion control mode, I would really appreciate that. And I really did like that they added, like, a music mode where I can just listen to the soundtracks from the 3 games. That's really cool. But I think to complete this collection, it would have been really cool to add, like, an art book. So, yeah. Honestly, really good way to play 3 games. Honestly, would have been nice to have no motion controls for Galaxy. Next up is Clubhouse Games, 51 Worldwide Classics. I'm a big board game guy. I love playing board games, so when I heard Nintendo was doing something like this, I was pretty excited. And there's so many cool and fun classic board games to play. I don't see any that I really recognize. There's a bunch of obscure ones to me, too. Like, I don't know most of them on the cover here. But there are some classics here, like you've got, is that Poker? Because I know Poker's in it, but I'm trying to figure out if that image is Poker. No, I don't think that image is Poker, but Poker's in the game. You also got this game. This game's really cool. It's like a guessing game. I don't know the name of it. But you got a bunch of other classics, like Solitaire, not Solitary. Chess, checkers, and there's Uno, but it's not called Uno for legal reasons. But, 51 games, and a lot of them are really fun. I mean, even these obscure ones that I've never played before are really fun. So this is a great collection. If you're a board game fan, definitely recommend you pick this up. Next up is Paper Mario: The Origami King. I'm a big Paper Mario fan. Super Paper Mario is my favorite game ever. Super Paper Mario is literally the best game to ever exist and ever will exist. And Thousand Year Door is really good too. I've never played the original Paper Mario, so I can't voice my opinion on that. We don't talk about the other two, but Paper Mario: The Origami King is a true return to form for the Paper Mario series. What I love so much about Paper Mario is the story and the characters, and I think Origami King did that really well, as I really got attached to the characters. And I'm gonna give an example. I think when I figured out that I was really attached to these characters is when it's when my boy Bobby Bomb dies. Because he sacrificed himself to save Olivia, and when that happens, I literally felt like I felt so sad because Bobby died. I literally fucking cried, and I felt so much hatred for this fucking asshole here, Ollie. I wanted him dead so bad. I was just playing the game, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna rip him apart. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I was gonna fucking kill him. So yeah, I definitely I felt very attached to these characters. So I think Paper Mario has returned to glory, and the gameplay itself is really cool. Like when you first look at all the trailers and that, you get this like grid-based combat, like a circle combat thing, and it looks weird, but it's actually really cool when you start to play it. It's like a puzzle, and if you line it up right, you can dish out a shit ton of damage, and it's really fun. Next game is Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is it's one of my favorite games of all time. I think it used to be my third favorite, but it's dropped down a bit. I played this game for 2 years straight, but because my life has gotten busy and there is not much to do in the game anymore, considering I got my island the way I like it and all that. But yeah, this game's absolutely phenomenal. I love like how you can decorate your island, decorate your house. The villagers are awesome, and villagers are probably my favorite part of the game. They're just so charming and so cute, and it's really cool to, get to know them, become like best friends with them. It's fucking awesome. And it's just really a fun game to play with friends too, like you fuck around on each other's islands and that kind of stuff. Like I played this game for 2 years straight, and I love it, and I think it helped most people through that dark 2020 time period, and I know it helped me through that fucking weird, fucked up shit show that was March 2020. And I'm going to be honest, I'm still incredibly pissed off this did not win Game of the Year. It fucking deserved to win Game of the Year. Did the people that fucking judged not realize that this game saved 2020? It helped so much people. It's fucking bullshit. But seriously, if you're a Switch owner, you gotta play this game. I love this game so much. Next up is Puyo Puyo Tetris. This is fun fact. This is the only Tetris game I actually own. Yeah, it's about time I have a Tetris game. I think I got this 2019, December 2019 was when I think I got this because it was before the shit show of 2020. But this game is really fun. It's got Tetris in it, and I love Tetris, and it introduced me to Puyo Puyo, which is pretty fun too. And it's got like so many different modes to do. Like you can just play typical Tetris if you want. You can play Puyo Puyo if you want. You can have this cool mashup mode that switches between. It's also got this cool story mode that introduces like a bunch of new cool characters that you get to know. And the story mode does get really hard if you're like me and you were always going for those fucking 3 stars. It really irritated me at times, but it felt so satisfying to get those 3 stars. So if you're a Tetris fan, I recommend picking it up. Really fun. Next is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. That didn't happen. But I don't know. This is probably my second favorite Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. It's not that special. Like, Mario and Sonic at the London Olympic Games is my favorite game, and that game's fucking legendary. I love it. This one's alright. The highlight of this game is the story mode. It's really cool having, like, Mario and Sonic sucked into, like, an 8-bit thing, and then, as for the events themselves, they're not really special. They're just typical events. They added some, like, cool ones. Like, there's boxing. No, that's kickboxing. They added kickboxing. They had, like, skateboarding and a bunch of cool new events. But there aren't any dream events, sadly, because they're replaced with the 8-bit events. And the 8-bit events, I find, are pretty boring because it's basically just, like, button mashing, and they're not really skilled to it, which is a shame. They did a fucking Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games without dream events, considering dream events are so fucking fun and are a huge part of the game. But yeah, I think the best way to say this, if you're a fan of stories in sports games like I am, get it for this, because honestly the best part is the stories. But they did add kickboxing. Kickboxing is really fun. Next up is Luigi's Mansion 3. I love the first Luigi's Mansion. We don't talk about Dark Moon. But the Luigi's Mansion 3 is absolutely phenomenal. I did a Let's Play on the channel, and I think throughout it, I'm just gushing throughout the game. I love it so much. It feels so good exploring the hotel. I love how each floor of the hotel has a unique theme. Each boss has a unique puzzle and how to take them down. They added Luigi, which is a really cool puzzle mechanic. I love collecting the collectibles. This game is so fucking fun. You need to pick it up. It's October. If you haven't picked it up, perfect time to play it. Pick it up. You won't regret it. So fun. Next up is Super Mario Maker 2. It's Mario Maker, but they made it better. They added, like, seriously, they added so much shit. They added 3D World, which was really cool. The story mode is really fun, and I appreciate that. It adds a lot more playtime, because when I pick up like a sports game or something like this, I instantly hop into the story mode. It's the first thing I do. And I'm happy about it. The story mode was really cool. Nintendo added a lot of cool levels that showed you, about the new gimmicks and new shit they added in the game, which was really good because they added a fucking lot of stuff, and I needed a way to get used to it all. So yeah, there are fucking so many levels on this because people keep making them and making them and making them. So yeah. If you want to play a Mario game that never ends, there you go. But yeah, I prefer to make levels, and I made a good chunk of levels. Honestly, I made a Let's Play on Mario Maker 2 last year, so if you want to see me play my own levels, check that out. And yeah, my own levels are pretty fucking difficult, but there are so many cool tools to help create your levels, and it's such an awesome and cool addition to the series. And they added slopes. They added fucking slopes. Let's go. But next up is the Lego Ninjago movie video game. I'm sure most people that have watched the channel know I'm a huge Ninjago fan, and the movie itself was very exciting when it was revealed, because I'm like, oh fuck yeah, Ninjago's getting a movie. It's sort of like how I felt when Mario was announced to get a movie. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, Mario's getting a movie. And then I found out Illumination was making it, and I was like, oh god, we're doomed, we're doomed. And then they revealed the cast, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty good, cool cast. And then they revealed the trailer, and I'm like, okay, I have high hopes for this movie now. But anyway, back to Ninjago. The Ninjago movie was okay. Personally feel like the video game is sort of like a better. It shows appreciation towards the past a lot better than the movie did. As a Ninjago fan watching the movie, I think the only reference to the show I noticed is at the beginning the Weekend Whip plays, and the Weekend Whip is the Ninjago theme song. And I was like, oh, cool. When that happened at the beginning, I'm like, oh, this can be filled with Ninjago references. No. That was like the only one I noticed. But the game has a lot of cool references that I appreciate. Like, when you go through it, you unlock characters from the show that you know and love. And it's a Lego game. I love Lego games. I love the puzzles, and this one is a lot more combat oriented. So it feels really good when you have a nice combo high kicking ass. So I loved 100% in this game, getting all the characters unlocked from the show. So yeah. Except the South Park: The Fractured Butthole. When it comes to RPGs and games where it's like mainly based on like fighting, South Park: The Fractured Butthole is my favorite. I love the grid-based combat. I find it to be so fun and addicting. Literally, if I'm bored, I'll just pop in the game and do some, like hop into a fight. It is so fun. You got like basically all the South Park kids there, and it's so cool, to see all the different fighting mechanics they have and all the different moves they have. And you're thrown in this like fucking weird and crazy South Park adventure. If you're a South Park game fan, you need to play it. If you're a fan of RPGs, I definitely recommend you play it because the grid-based combat is absolutely amazing and so fun. I heard on Twitter a while ago that they're planning on making another South Park game, and I really hope it's like Fractured Butthole and Stick of Truth. So the next game I have is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I love the 2D Mario games. I really hope we get a new one soon, even though I don't see that happening, because majority of people hate them, but I really love them, so, I had to pick this up because, I'm a big 2D Mario fan, and I totally didn't pick this up because I heard that you could pick your character. Player 1 could pick a character, and I can play as Toad or Nabbit or Luigi if I want as Player 1. That's totally not the reason I picked it up, I swear to God. But yeah, it's got, like, Mario U and Luigi U in it as well. So yeah, it's just really cool playing this on the Switch, and, I really like the box. And it played a big part in season 2 of Bastion 1, so yeah, it's special. Next up is Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I mentioned that Fractured Butthole was my favorite like RPG fighting mechanics. Kingdom Battle is right behind it in spot number 2. Fucking like the fighting on Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle is so fun. When this video comes out, which is I think I'm looking at my calendar right now from a distance. Is it 21st? I think it's the 21st. No, 14th. Yeah, I think it's actually the 21st. Yeah. So this video comes out on Friday the 21st, I believe. I hope I'm not wrong, because I just looked at a calendar for about a minute. But I'm so excited for it. I loved the combat so much on this, and I'm very excited to play the second one. It may seem weird, Mario and Rabbids teaming up, but playing the game, I absolutely love it. Like, the rabbits, I find them in, like, other rabbit media, like any other rabbit game. If I were to play it, I'd find the rabbits so annoying. But they didn't make the rabbits annoying at all in this game. They actually made them very fun and likable. And it's just really cool to go on an adventure with the rabbits and see all this weird stuff happening. And the combat is absolutely phenomenal. I made a Let's Play on the channel, and it's one of my favorite Let's Plays on the channel. It actually might be my favorite Let's Play on the channel, so check that out, yeah. Next up is Smash Bros. Ultimate. I think it's probably my second favorite Smash Bros. Game. They got a fucking huge roster, fucking huge stage collection. Holy shit, the fucking soundtrack selection is massive. But yeah, this game is truly ultimate. It would be Ultimate Plus if they had Geno, but the game is still good regardless without him, even though I cry myself to sleep every night because he's not in the game. But that doesn't matter, because this game is so fun. Like, just playing a quick round of Smash, it feels so good to beat the shit out of people. It is so fun, let me tell you. This is probably, I mentioned how I love Brawl. Brawl's my favorite, and that's due to nostalgia. I'm Subspace Emissary. But when it comes to just quickly playing around in Smash Bros, I would say Ultimate's the best because it just feels so good, you know? Just casually playing feels so good in Ultimate. Next up is Super Mario Party, which is my second favorite Mario Party. I love this game. I love the board selection. I love the ally mode. This game just feels so good to play. I love it. I did a Let's Play on the channel. Fan of Mario Party? Recommend you check it out. Alright, the next game is Kirby Star Allies. Like I mentioned, I'm a big Kirby game, so it's really... Yeah, I'm a big Kirby game. I'm not a person, I'm a Kirby game. No, but I'm a Kirby fan. I'm a big Kirby fan. So I was really excited when I heard that Kirby was coming to the Switch. You know, seeing him in HD was going to be really cool. And Star Allies is really fun. I love all the Star Allies. It's really cool playing as a bunch of Kirby characters from the past. Like playing as my girl Susie. I love Susie. So cool playing as her. It's also so cool playing as characters like Maglore. It's just really cool having them on your team kicking ass. And my one complaint is this game is really short. It only has 4 worlds. I wish it had more worlds, but the game is really fun. If you're a Kirby fan, you'll love it. Next up is Super Mario Odyssey. This game is really big, and pretty much anyone that plays it is going to love it. This game is absolutely awesome. I love exploring all the worlds, collecting all the moons, and the capture mechanic is really cool. It's cool possessing your enemies and you know, having them a bunch of do cool shit. You can possess a motherfucking T-Rex. But this game is really cool. Like I can't get over the fact that it's just so fun to explore and collect moons. If you're a Mario fan, you gotta play this game. It's a blast. Next up is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Remember those 3D Captain Toad levels in Mario 3D World? Well, they're back, and they're in their own game. And I think that's really cool, because those levels were really fun and cool. And now you got a shit ton of them. It is so fun playing in those small levels, going to get the gems, and then, you know, fighting the bosses with turnips and stuff. It's just a really cute and fun game. And I mentioned before, I think it was actually in this series, when I was talking about the Super Princess Peach back in the handheld video I did for the game collection series. I mentioned that more Mario side characters need to have their own game. Luigi's got his own series, Peach has her weird game, Toad's got his pretty awesome game. Where the fuck is our Bowser game? I seriously, I think it would be so cool to give Bowser his solo game. We need that. And the last game I have for today's video is Mario Tennis Aces. This was the first game I got for my Switch. So it holds a special place in my heart because it was during a very special time. It's like, holy shit, I have a Switch. It was so cool. This game is a lot of fun. It's good just to sit down and play with a friend, you know, play a quick round of tennis. Feels so fucking good when you smash your opponent's racket. And the story mode is really cool and fun as well. Some of those modes can be really irritating. I think specifically the ring ones where you got to shoot the ball through the rings. Those ones are really irritating. But the bosses in the story mode are really cool. Like the Mirror Boss and Petey Piranha. It's really cool. I fucking love Mario Tennis. It's so fun. So yeah, that was my video game collection, part 4. So far, I've covered every single physical game I have in my video game collection. Maybe sometime in the future, I'll do like a virtual console or like a downloaded eShop type video for my game collection when I go through like my Switch, my 3DS, my Wii U, and just show off the virtual console games that I have and that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll do that sometime in the future. Let me know if you might be interested in that. But anyway, before I end this video, I'm going to talk about next week's video. For the past 2 years in October to celebrate Halloween, I have done a Bowser doing commentary video for one of my Halloween specials. And I'm going to do that this year. And the Halloween special that I'm going to do a commentary on is going to be, I think it's called Bowser Jr. and the Spooky Stories. I'm excited to do a commentary on this because I remember there's a joke in it that I really love, and it's one of those moments from my Stuffy series when there's like a quote that I keep on, like I keep on saying, like in regular life, I'll just keep quoting it. And Bowser and the Spooky Stories has a funny joke that I quote and I love, so I'm excited to you know, react to it, you know, give my experience and my knowledge filming the video, share that with you. I'm excited about that. But anyway, hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video, and look forward to the Halloween special. It's going to be really cool reacting to About doing the spooky stories. And remember, you're all awesome. Bye-bye.